Pikes Peak International Raceway is the next stop on the Advocare Truck Series. We are set for the running of the Mopar Parts Mile High 200, part of Mopar Racing Weekend here at the Pikes Peak International Speedway in Pikes Peak, Colorado. The D-shaped 1 mile racetrack, as we're set for 38 laps of action for this racing here, or this race here today. And so I'm not sure if this track will handle the frame rate. Possibly, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So anyway, on the pole race event, number 99, Excibators Ford, it'll be Levi McIntyre on the pole race event. He'll be on the Excibators Ford car number 99. He'll be alongside number 2, the Miller Junior Draft Ford of Johnny Gardner. He's on the outside. In fact, both Gardner and McIntyre have in truck cameras, as does this one, Joshua Osborne, number 10, driven the Honor Chevrolet, the winner at Milwaukee the last race in the tour, looking for a second in a row. Driving for Jennifer Jo Cobb, and he'll be alongside the winner at Sonoma, Phil Parker, number 29, the Jasper Engines Dodge Ram. He's on the outside. Third row will have Griffin Lynn, number 92, the Advanced Auto Parts F-150, and he'll be alongside number 03, Joshua Sakuli, fresh off a great run at the Cup race at New Hampshire. He's in the Toyota dealers Toyota. Next row down, we'll have Joshua Collar, number 43, the STP Dodge, and he'll be alongside number 74, the Best Western Dodge of Ryan George. He's on the outside. Next row down, we'll have Charles Sanford, number 08, the GPS Store Chevrolet, the winner of the season at Dover and Martinsville, and he'll be alongside number 8, the FAS Chevrolet of Ryan Acosta. Next row down, we'll have Cole Deaver, number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, who finished, I believe, 3rd at the race at Milwaukee. He's the defending series champion. And Mike Becker, number 1, the Mopar Dodge. In fact, the event sponsors, too. Robbie Bogues is the inside of the next row down, number 30, the Lumber Liquidators Toyota, and number 12, Altel Ford of Chelsea Bowles. Next row down, we'll have Jordan Anderson, number 14, the Corvette Parts Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside number 17, Jay Jefferson. He's in the Napa Auto Parts Toyota. Next row down, we'll have Jessica Shelton, number 9, the Dodge dealers Dodge, and she'll be flanked by Keith Batson, the 20 Texaco Haviland Ford. He's on the outside. Next row down is Paul Minnick, and number 00, the Aaron Street Machine Toyota, and the RCA Ford, number 98, of Eric Rafalski as the outside. Next row down will feature Shane Lake, and number 33, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside Quentin Board, the Square D Dodge, and he'll be alongside. Next row down is Zachary Fitzwater, number 23, the Exide Batteries Ford, or Exide Batteries Toyota, and the Toyota Tundra Toyota Jordan Bell has the outside. Next row down, we have Marcus Sachi, number 75, the Remington Arms Ford, and the Caterpillar Dodge, number 22, of Kev Shearer. He has the outside. Next row down, we'll have Phil Goldberg, number 28, the number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet, and the Motorcraft Ford, number 15, of Matt Rafalski as the outside. Then it's Zach Winkle, number 16, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside the First Plus Loans Ford of Jonathan Zorlin. Next row down, we'll have Emmanuel Hartnett, the points leader in the Copenhagen Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside P.J. Williams, number 6, the Strolight Ford. Next row down, we'll have the winner at Iowa, Kat Tellier, number 88, the Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford, and the Quaker State Chevrolet, number 24, of Kyle Matthews. Next row down, we'll have Dylan Poteet, number 31, the Great Clips Chevrolet, and Preston Plord, number 51, the FedEx Express Chevrolet, and riding shotgun on the field will be number 25, the Folger Chevrolet of Jeff Rafalski, and Chandler Cottle, number 21, the U.S. Air Force Ford. And here comes the command to fire the engines here at Pikes Peak.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
And the thunder of 38 trucks get ready for some action here on this 1 mile D-shaped racetrack. Kind of the same shape as the tracks like Michigan, California, Richmond, and Iowa. And so this track here, truthfully, is about half the size of Michigan's what it is, as is California Speedway. Same shape and about the same characteristics, except of course half the length and slower speeds. Obviously, the pole speed of this race at just over 130 miles per hour. So we'll see, but we'll still see some pretty good racing here. A pair of Fords have the front row for today's event here. Levi McIntyre and Johnny Gardner. That's the front row for today's event here. As the green flag waves and the Mopar Parts Mile High 200 is on. Side-by-side racing for the second position between Johnny Gardner and Joshua Osborne as Osborne gets by Gardner for position. Levi McIntyre leads lap number 1 here at Pikes Peak. On board Johnny Gardner's truck as he makes it through the third and fourth turns now, trying to get by the Joshua Osborne automobile truck. Now from the inside of Joshua Osborne's truck as he's now trying to give chase to Levi McIntyre, a pair of black and pink trucks. And in this mix here, Osborne dominated, as you remember, at Milwaukee in the Die Hard 200. The last stop on the Truck Series Tour. The next stop for them will be at Pocono, as they'll run in conjunction with the Cup Series in that event, as the yellow flag is flown for the first time here today. As Joshua Osborne was on the had Johnny Gardner up on his back bumper, and it's Jessica Shelton, number 9. That looks like apparently a spun. You see a donut marker there on the side of the number 9 Dodge dealer's Dodge. Shelton, who qualified about in the middle of the pack here in this event. And actually, she was not the start of the whole thing. Let's see what happened here. You got Robbie Bogues, Mike Becker, Jordan Anderson, and Phil Goldberg on this mix, and they got together with Marcus Sachi in the 75. Then Becker came back, and Shelton had nowhere to go. Neither did Zach Winkle in 16. As Becker spun right in front of Shelton, and then right there's where Eric Rafalski got into Paul Minnick, and that sent Minnick right into Shelton, sent her into the turn 3 wall. Meantime, these 00 and the 55 got together, and there's Eric Rafalski as he and Mike Becker actually flew by Mike Becker, let's put it that way. So Shelton got the fuzzy end of that lollipop on that ordeal. Now I did swear I saw the 55 and the and the 18 almost get together. We'll see what happened here. Real time. I saw trucks go out of frame on this one. It was Phil Goldberg and Jordan Anderson. Yeah, that was what happened on the other end. While the first part was happening, yeah, Anderson drove Goldberg right into the wall right there. Oh my gosh, the 18 and the 14 both hard on the wall they go. The 14 spinning, all the while Shelton was in the turn 3 wall at this point. And then right there, yeah, and they're Quentin Moore spun, and I didn't see that right there in the Ford truck. Yeah, poor old Quentin Moore just minding his own business, and suddenly he gets tapped from behind. Quentin slows up right there. He gets into the 90 of Eric Rafalski, and good driving by, who was that? Kyle Matthews in 24. And then, yeah, right there, Jeff Rafalski just adds insult to injury and hits the number 4 truck. So, so everything going on here at the Milwaukee... Where are we, Qualls? Everything going on here at Pikes Peak, Colorado. Let's put it that way. So, So the Chevy Pace trucks lights are off here. Mike Becker's the only truck out of the race, as the rest of the trucks that were in that whole Holocaust keeps on going. So Mike Becker leads. Second is Joshua Osborne. Third is Johnny Gardner. Joshua Sakuli running in fourth. Charles Sanford in fifth. Sixth position right now belonging to Ryan Acosta. Joshua Collard seventh. Eighth is Cole Deaver. Ninth is Phil Parker. And 10th is Ryan George. Green flag back out. We're back on the way. And Joshua Osborne was ready on that restart as he looks inside of McIntyre for the lead right now. Osborne in the 10, that's a Chevrolet, and the 9 McIntyre, and the number 99 Ford. Side by side, and it's going to be Osborne to the lead. But Levi McIntyre is not going to be giving up easy as he now follows Osborne, but that's going to be a mistake here because here comes Johnny Gardner with the draft off the 03 truck of Joshua Sakuli. And it's going to be Gardner going to be taking the number 1 spot now in the number 2 truck. He gets a bite off the second turner, but Osborne gets a good run on the outside of the track apparently. And here comes Sakuli. He had thoughts of making it 3 wide as he has Charles Sanford in his back bumper. And now they're going to go toe-to-toe with each other. Osborne and Gardner side by side. Gardner led the last time by. And now for Johnny Gardner speed number 2 as he tries to take the lead away from Joshua Osborne. And now Osborne's speed right there. He's on the outside of the racetrack now on Gardner. Trying to make a run on the outside of the racetrack here. They are side by side, but no more because Gardner now takes the position away. And here comes Charles Sanford for second. And he will take it away from Osborne. And the pace truck lights are on right now as it goes on the track. It's Jay Jefferson, 17. Oh, and this time Quentin Moore's definitely damaged. Number 4. So caution number 2 flies here today. And I don't know what happened to cause this yellow flag to fly. There's there's Jay Jefferson, and no, it was Levi McIntyre that got into the 29 of Phil Parker. Oh, they both slam into each other in the wall right there. There's Parker. He gets turned by McIntyre. McIntyre basically just turns him for slamming into Parker's truck. And then Matt Rafalski gets into the 17 of Jay Jefferson. In the meantime, everybody crowds in there. PJ Williams slams into the 98 of Eric Rafalski. And then right there, so much happening. I don't know what the heck was going on. And Shelton badly damaged now in that number 9 truck. She apparently got into Quentin Moore. And and it was the same thing. He tried to slow up the last time and then got nailed. And then let's see, he slows up again. This time he gets into Jay Jefferson and Shelton center punched him in the back. Oh my gosh, that is a hard hit for Jessica Shelton in number 9. As was Quentin Moore too. So no secret those trucks are going to be out of the race. And yeah, Zach Winkle just drives by and just takes the back end of Quentin Moore's truck off. Well, I do have an in-car camera on one of those trucks, and that would be the Levi McIntyre truck, who had just lost the lead on that restart to Joshua Osborne and Johnny Gardner. On board with Levi McIntyre. He is hung up on the outside of the racetrack right there at this point. Let's listen. I'm sure he and Phil Parker's going to have some words in the garage area over that one. So caution number 2 of the day flies here on this here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway, and just in time too, because we're going to have green flag racing here Mike Becker's out of the race, as is Zach Winkle, Quentin Moore, Jay Jefferson, and Jessica Shelton, all out of the race right now. As the green flag waves, we're back away on lap number 15, excuse me. And we still have 23 laps to go in this race. Chelsea Bowles, the 12, is a lap down in the 33rd position. She apparently had some problems herself in the 12. And that's what Gardner needs right there, is a lap truck between he and the second place truck here. Because he knows how strong Charles Sanford is in that 08 machine. He's been strong all season at this point. As he said, collected a short track win at Martinsville. And the last time he was on one, ran good. The last time he was on a 1 miler at Milwaukee. And he does have a 1 mile win at Dover. So Sanford's in second position. Battle for third between Joshua Osborne and Ryan Acosta, the 10 and the 8 going ahead, pair of Chevrolets. Keith Batson running strong here in the number 26 Go Haviland 40. He's running in 5th position at the moment. Cole Deaver now in 6th position as he and Joshua Collard battle it out. Yep, that's a classic picture right there. The 3 and the 43. The Intimidator against the King. And Collard takes the King Richard Petty truck now to the 6th position now. And now Deaver drops to 7th. Sakuli now trying to take 7th position away as he's now running an 8th. Make that 7th now as he's now gotten past Cole Deaver. And meantime, Keith Batson takes his Davey Allison special to the inside now as he looks inside of the 10 of Joshua Osborne driving the Jennifer Jo Cobb truck. As we mentioned, took it to victory at Milwaukee, and we got a battle for the lead here. And taking the lead is actually Charles Sanford, number 08. He's actually now the leader of the race. Acosta the second. Osborne now takes third, as now Johnny Gardner is now starting to slip back just a little bit in the number 2 truck. And Joshua Osborne says, this looks like fun. I won't take position away, and he'll now move to the back bumper of 8 of Brian Acosta. And you see his truck pushing 9,000 RPMs into turn number 1. That's talking about Johnny Gardner's truck. Let's look at the speed, how fast they're turning going into the turns here. Up to about 157 miles an hour into turn number 3. Now see how fast he goes into the draft off into turn number 1. Let's see. Up to 150 miles an hour, 155, 107, 58, 150. I saw 159 blink in the turn number 1. Last speeds is just over 140 miles per hour here in the case of Johnny Gardner. In fact, Charles Sanford has the best lap at almost 141 miles an hour. So we actually had laps in the 140 mile an hour range in qualifying, not at 130 actually. So more like in 140 range. So Gardner now drops to the 5th position now as now Keith Batson unleashed the horsepower on his Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll move inside of Ryan Acosta to try to take 3rd position away. And it's not going to happen at the moment. So Batson stays behind and paces himself, I guess you might say. But not too much because we still have very far to go. Just down now to 16 laps to go. In the turn number 1 to go here. 16 laps to go. Batson to the inside of Acosta. That's for 3rd position. In the meantime, Joshua Collard tries about ready to take 5th position away from Gardner, and he does so. And give a call to the 33 of Shane Lake in the Harry Gant cars. He's now worked his way in the top 10 position himself, so the Skull Bandit truck looking pretty strong here today. So Shane Lake looking strong here today, as we said before here. Sakuli now tries to take position for Johnny Gardner. Gardner hung up on a high side. Looks like we saw Levi McIntyre earlier here today. Now, meantime, Ryan George goes inside, and he and Cole Deaver battle it out. That's for 9th. Deaver gave back all those positions that he lost a little earlier. And now Deaver will dive inside the number 3 truck, and he'll unleash the power of that Richard Childress Chevrolet to the inside lane. And he'll take position. Now there's 3 wide between Ryan George, and Johnny Gardner. And Marcus Sachi in the 75, he wants to get joined on the fun now, and he will push Deaver just up ahead of Ryan George now. Let's see what happens in the turn number 1 now. That's 8th position right there, and now Phil Parker's in the way of Joshua Collard. So positions being exchanged late in the going here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway, as we're down to the late laps here in the Mopar Parts Mile High 200. And now, meantime, Ryan George says, not Ryan George, excuse me, Ryan Acosta says, I ain't following you any longer, Batson. I'm going to take position back from you, and he will do so. Now, that's 3rd position right there. 2nd now is Joshua Osborne, as he's now got the draft off the 12 of Chelsea Bowles now, the lap truck. Bowles still 1 lap down, but she'll move inside of Joshua Osborne now. Does Osborne have anything for the truck of Charles Sanford? And Joshua got just a slight bit loose going into turn number 1 here. That may cost him a little bit to Sanford. And Joshua turning the RPM gauge up to about 8750 going into turn number 3. Let's see how much he turns going into turn number 1. Keep an eye on that tachometer right there. Up to about 87, 8800, almost 8900 in the turn number 1. And all this is hurting Osborne's chances right there. In the meantime, Shane Lake going into 3rd position. He might be a spoiler in all this, as he'll go inside of Osborne for 2nd position. He's going to get it in the turn number 1. How about that Shane Lake in 33? To the inside lane, he'll take 2nd from Osborne. Now Ryan Acosta will try to follow along. Some great racing going on here at Pikes Peak International Raceway here. Now the 3 wide. Osborne gets loose and almost gets into Chelsea Bowles. Now Keith Batson dives inside. That's for 4th. I believe it's for 4th. And yeah, it is for 4th position. Batson takes position now. And Shane Lake now has nothing between he and Charles Sanford. Can he pull off the upset? Shane Lake has never won in the Truck Series before in the series. He is a rookie, as a matter of fact, in the Advocare Truck Series, but he is looking for his first win. Sanford looking for his third this season. He won at Martinsville and Dover, as we mentioned before. And he has got 7 laps to try to hold off Shane Lake. The interval is just over 7/10 of a second now. Ryan Acosta and Keith Batson, they're hooked up. They could possibly decide, they could possibly have something to say about a 2-car truck battle for the win. And also throw the 10 of Joshua Osborne into this mix now. It's the Cooley running in 6th position. 7th now is Cole Beaver. Johnny Gardner's dropped to 8th. 9th is now Joshua Collard. And Marcus Sachi running in 10th position. Levi McIntyre, meanwhile, in the 99 truck. Let's see where he's at this time by. And there is McIntyre, one of the stragglers back in the field. He's in 30th position right now, after getting after being stuffed in the wall by Phil Parker. McIntyre, and it's a shame too for him. He had high hopes for possibly winning this race here today, but alas, it didn't go according to plan for the number 99 XIVS SKF Ford, as he has does have a possible shot. Maybe the next race on the tour at Pocono, possibly, but we'll see. Meantime, Charles Sanford now has 4 laps to go to this race, and Shane Lake has not gained at all. Just now 6/10 of a second back here as we're on board Joshua Osborne's truck again, as he now falls behind Keith Batson in 28. Three laps to go now. And now throw Cole Deaver to mix down. Look at Deaver to the inside, number 3, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. He'll move inside of Ryan Acosta for position, and he'll have the push from his buddy Johnny Gardner in number 2. Let's see what happens off turn number 4. Deaver pulls alongside of Acosta. He'll take position away. That's for 4th position, I believe. Batson up to 3rd now. And meantime, just 2 laps remaining in this race here for Charles Sanford. He'll see the white flag next time by. The Garmin GPS Store Chevrolet rounds the 4th corner. The white flag waves over Charles Sanford. He has 1 lap to go in this race here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Let's see what happens on the final lap. Shane Lake is close down to just a half a second between he and the 08 truck, but I don't think he's got anything in there. Shane Lake trying to close up just a little bit, trying to make one last-ditch charge. But it's going to be too little too late for Shane Lake. I mean, he will have a best finish in this season with a 2nd place run. But where it counts is Charles Sanford. He wins here today in the Mopar Parts Mile High 250. Or 200, excuse me. 250 is the Mille Yellow Series race. Anyway, Charles Sanford takes his 3rd win of the season here today in the Garmin GPS Store Chevrolet. Shane Lake, a great day for him, finishing 2nd. Coming out of basically nowhere to get a top 5 finish. A good day for him. 3rd, we'll go to Keith Batson. 4th, to Cole Deaver. And Ryan Acosta will come home in 5th. Joshua Osborne 6th. 7th place will go to Johnny Gardner. 8th place to Joshua Sakuli. 9th to Joshua Collard. And 10th to Marcus Sachi in 75. So, but there is the man, Charles Sanford, as he takes home the victory here today in the Mopar Parts Mile High 200. Average speed 108.861. So 11 races are in the books in the Advocare Truck Series. Rest of the finishing order for you here. Jordan Bell, Ryan George, Dylan Poteet, Griffin Lynn, Zachary Fitzwater. The top 15, then Preston Plord, Robbie Bogues, Kat Tellier, Matt Rafalski, and Emmanuel Hartnett, the top 20 in this race. So Hartnett, the championship leader, still look pretty good here in this race here. So that still can be still hoping to run a little bit better in the last few races of the season. In the last few races we got on the season. Jordan Anderson was 21st. 22nd was Paul Minnick. Chandler Cottle, 23rd from last place starting position. A good day for him. Kyle Matthews matches his truck number in 24th. 25th, we're going to Kev Sheard and Phil Goldberg, Jeff Rafalski, Jonathan Sorlin, P.J. Williams, and Levi McIntyre, the last of the late lap finishers in 30th position. Chelsea Bowles, Phil Parker both finished a lap down, 31st and 32nd trucks out of the race. Eric Rafalski with a clutch problem. Jessica Shelton because of a crash. Jay Jefferson with an ignition failure on his number 17 Toyota. Then Quentin Morsack, Winkle, and Mike Bicker all because of crashes as well. So 6 trucks out of the race here today at Pikes Peak International Raceway. So Charles Sanford, his 3rd win of the season on the Advocare Truck Series, as we will head to Pocono for the next stop in the Truck Series Tour. So for now, this is James Colson in production in the NRSL, and we will see you next time in the Advocare Truck Series. So long, everyone.